You're standing at the base of a 6-degree mountain grade. Behind you is a 30-foot luxury fifth-wheel trailer that weighs more than a small house. Most trucks would see this and start sweating coolant. But you're sitting in a cabin that feels like a private jet, massaging seats on, wondering if you should stop for a latte at the summit. For years, the heavy-duty truck world was a two-horse race. It was all about work, dirt, and being as uncomfortable as possible. If you wanted power, you sacrificed your spine. If you wanted luxury, you bought a sedan and stayed home. People said you couldn't have a truck that pulls 37,000 pounds and still feels like a Maybach. They said the Cummins engine had hit its limit. They were wrong. Enter the Ram HD. It didn't just join the heavy-duty segment, it hijacked it. Today, we're breaking down why this truck is currently the king of the road, the secret sauce behind that legendary Cummins torque, and why your neighbors will be both jealous and slightly intimidated. Buckle up. If the Ram HD is the body, the Cummins Inline 6 is the soul. While Ford and Chevy are busy playing with big-bore V8s, Ram stuck with the straight 6 configuration. Why? Because that's what semi-trucks use. It's simple, it's balanced, and it's built to outlive your mortgage. But here's the problem. Weight. The high-output Cummins is a heavy piece of iron, literally. It adds a massive amount of weight to the front end, and for a long time, critics argued that the lag of a big single turbo made it feel sluggish off the line compared to the snappy V8s. You'd stomp the gas, wait 3 business days, and then the power would hit. It was a deal breaker for people who wanted speed. Ram fixed the math. By moving to a CGI, compacted graphite iron engine block, they made it stronger and lighter. Then they cranked the torque to a staggering 1,075 pound-feet. When you floor it now, the tension doesn't result in lag, it results in the earth moving backward. It's a relentless locomotive-style pull that doesn't stop until you're well past the speed limit. It turned a slow work truck into a high-speed freight train. Step inside. If you haven't been in a Ram since 2010, you're in for a shock. We're talking 12-inch vertical touchscreens, real open-pore wood and leather so soft you'd think it belongs in a Gucci store. The limited trim isn't just nice for a truck, it's one of the best interiors in the entire automotive world. But here's the catch, it's still a heavy-duty truck. Traditionally, luxury in a truck meant just slapping some tan leather on a plastic dashboard. It felt cheap. Plus, these trucks are loud. That Cummins rattle is iconic, but on a 5-hour road trip, it can turn your brain into mush. How do you keep the tough identity without the cabin feeling like a construction site? Ram used active noise cancellation and acoustic glass. The result? It's quieter inside a Ram 3500 than it is in some entry-level luxury SUVs. You get the massive 17-speaker Harman Kardon system that drowns out the world, and the Mega Cab option gives you more rear legroom than a limousine. You aren't just surviving the drive, you're thriving in it. It's the ultimate flex to be covered in mud on the outside and surrounded by tech on the inside. Heavy-duty trucks are notorious for one thing: riding like a pogo stick. When the bed is empty, the rear leaf springs are so stiff that hitting a pothole can physically launch you out of your seat. It's the HD tax you pay for being able to haul heavy loads. This creates a massive dilemma for the lifestyle buyer. You want the capability for that one weekend a month you tow the boat, but for the other 28 days, you're just driving to work. Do you really want to vibrate your teeth loose every morning just so you can say you have a 1-ton truck? Most people said no, which is why HD trucks stayed as pure work tools for decades. Ram changed the game with the rear auto-level air suspension. Instead of just bouncing on steel plates, the truck sits on a cushion of air. When you hook up a heavy trailer, it levels itself automatically. When you're empty, it lowers and softens. It turned the roughest riding segment in the industry into something you could comfortably take on a cross-country family vacation. It's the magic carpet of the trucking world. Now, we have to talk about the dirt. Most HD trucks are too long and too heavy to go anywhere technical. They get stuck in wet grass. But then there's the power wagon, the goat of the heavy-duty world. It's got locking diffs, a disconnecting sway bar, and a factory winch. The problem? The Power Wagon only comes with the 6.4-liter Hemi gas engine. If you wanted the Cummins diesel for towing, you couldn't get the hardcore off-road goodies. You had to choose. Do you want to tow 30K pounds, or do you want to crawl over rocks? For years, there was no middle ground. If you bought the diesel, you were stuck with a truck that hated the mud. Enter the Ram HD Rebel. This was the missing link. You can finally get the Cummins diesel paired with off-road suspension, 33-inch tires, and a rear locker. It's the best of both worlds solution that enthusiasts have been screaming for. Now you can tow your off-road rigs to the trail, unhook, and actually follow them into the woods. It's a specialized tool that finally stopped compromising. Let's get real. A fully loaded Ram 3500 can easily north of $100,000. That is a massive amount of money. For that price, you expect perfection. You expect a truck that will go 300,000 miles without blinking. However, modern emission standards have made diesels complicated. You've got DEF fluid, DPF filters, and EGR valves. There's a fear among buyers that the legendary Cummins reliability is a thing of the past, buried under layers of sensors and computers that like to break. People wonder if they're buying a workhorse or a ticking time bomb of repair bills. The reality is that while the tech is complex, the core of the 6.7-liter Cummins remains over-engineered. Ram has doubled down on cooling and transmission strength to handle the heat. As long as you aren't just using it to drive 2 miles to the grocery store, these engines need to work to stay clean. It remains the gold standard. You're paying a premium, but you're buying the highest resale value in the market. So, who is the Ram HD actually for? Is it for the farmer, the weekend warrior, or the guy who just wants the biggest, baddest toy on the block? In a world where electric trucks are grabbing headlines and fuel prices are a constant headache, it's easy to think the heavy-duty diesel is a dying breed. People say it's too much truck for the average person. They say it's overkill. But here's the truth. Overkill is underrated. The Ram HD exists for the people who refuse to be limited. Whether you're hauling horses, a massive camper, or just your own ego, this truck does it with a level of style and power that the competition is still chasing. It's not just a vehicle, it's a statement that says you can go anywhere and take everything with you. The Ram Heavy Duty continues to push the boundaries of what a work truck can be. From the raw torque of the Cummins to the luxury of the limited cabin, it's a masterclass in engineering. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of heavy-duty power, do us a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us keep the lights on and the engines roaring. Also, drop a comment below. If you had to pick one, would you go with the high-output Cummins for towing or the Power Wagon for the trails? We want to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.